Hello everyone. I guess we could wait for a few minutes and then we will start the session. If you guys can share it with some other guys so they can also join. I guess the speaker also joined with me, my co-host Lucky, so we can formally start the event, the session. I am sharing my screen right now. Can you guys tell me, is my screen sharing with you?
Yes, I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
we can see it.
So today our session is about navigating GitHub Student Developer Pack and GitHub Campus Experts Program. It is our collaboration between our university, University of Sawabi, and Taraba State University, and Microsoft Launch Student Ambassador chapters. So in today's session, we will be discussing about navigating GitHub Student Developer Pack, like how can we avail the GitHub Student Developer Pack and also the GitHub Campus Expert. How can we, join and apply for the GitHub Campus Experts Program. So I am with my co-host Lucky and myself Daniel. So my name is Daniel Ijast, and I am currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in computer science. I am a second year undergrad student at the University of Sawabi, and I am actively involved in communities and working around in our region and growing these communities. I am passionate about community growth. I serve as an Alpha MLSA and also the community lead for MLSA University of Sawabi chapter. Today marks as a significant moment for me. It is we are having our first session for myself also and for the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador chapter University of Sawabi. And a little bit about my co-host and speaker Lucky. He is a GitHub Campus Expert Program and a beta Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, also a GDSCM alumni and a Postman student leader. He is kind of very actively involved in the communities, and we can also say that he's a community guy. So we can start our session. Allow me to to leave you with the agenda of the session is that we will be understanding what is GitHub, and what is GitHub Student Developer Pack, and how can we avail the GitHub Student Developer Pack and its benefits. Alongside, we will be discussing about GitHub Campus Experts Program. So these are the agenda of the session, and what is GitHub? GitHub is an version control and collaboration platform. It is a web-based code hosting platform for version control and collaboration. It is a web hosting service for Git repositories, and it was created back in 2008, and it has been most popular Git hosting service in the world. GitHub provides a number of features that make it easier for the developers that can to collaborate and work on projects and collaborate with each other. Similarly, we have the code collaboration feature at GitHub that it allows users to and developers to store and manage their code. They are allowed to track their changes and work with others software developers on the software projects, and they can manage their code easily. Similarly, we have different features like pull request, issues, branching, and that fosters seamless teamwork and communication in the software development. It allows for users to have collaborative workflows to work on projects and manage their repositories and their projects alongside their job. So, what is GitHub Student Developer Pack? It is an initiative that GitHub took to help students developers with providing them free resources and informations and courses and different kind of opportunities for students so that they can they can help that could help them in their academic journey. Alongside they could benefit a lot. They could save their money and get access to these resources provided by collaboration with different organizations like JetBrains and many others. They provided different free resources for students so that they could that could help them with their student journey. Alongside, they could work on projects and that could help them and benefit them a lot financially, both financially and could also help them with their learning journey. So, what are the benefits of the GitHub Student Developer Pack? So, GitHub like they collaborated with different organizations like Stripe and many other online courses websites like and GitKraken and Front-End Master. They provide 6 months up to 1 year subscriptions of to different and various organizations that they collaborated with that could help the students developers with their journey. Similarly, what is the eligibility criteria for the GitHub Student Developer Pack is that you must have a GitHub account. Like we can get go to github.com and create a sign up there over there and create a GitHub account. Similarly, the next eligibility criteria is that you should be at least 13 years of age. Almost all attendees, I guess, are more than 13 years of age, so this eligibility criteria is already completed. Similarly, you must been like you should be a student while applying for the GitHub Student Developer Pack. Like you should be currently enrolled in a diploma program or a course. You should have to provide them a proof of student status that you are a student and currently you are a student. Like you have to provide this eligibility criteria. You have to prove to them like in the form of student card or the student email or any other source that could you could get to them so that you should be proved as a student. Similarly, you can head over to the education.github.com and /pack or also scan the QR code so that you could go to the website over there. I am sharing my screen right now. Lucky, did you confirm that I'm sharing my screen? Can you see?
Yeah. We can see your screen. We
Yeah,
can see your screen.
yeah. It is the GitHub education.github.com/pack. You can head over to the website. First of all, you can, you know, head over to github.com and you can sign up. I'm already signed up, so I guess we should not work upon it. It's simple sign up. You can provide your email and password, and you can head over to your GitHub account. Similarly, I am showing my GitHub account to you guys. This is my GitHub account. So it contains some projects and so this is called a repository. If I am sharing it right now. This is a repository so that it contains different files and different collaborations between developers who contributed to this repository and provided some kind of collaboration uh, the students or developers who have collaborated to this repository. We can head over to the education.github.com, the link that I provided to you guys. So it contains there is the benefits like the experiences, discover the best benefit. Actually, the GitHub Student Developer Pack, they have two versions. One is for students and one is for teachers. For students, they have a lot a bit more benefits than the teachers. Like some of the benefits over there are more extra for the students instead of a teacher. Like the benefits for the students is much more higher. Some of the resources only for students and some for teachers only. So these are the experiences and the different kind of benefits like AI for prompt. They introduced this AI prompting and technical writing, I guess, last month. They provided students with the AI and prompting and technical. This kind of resource was not available earlier, like the last year, but they've introduced it in 2024. Similarly, these are some of the resources that GitHub provided. The GitHub Copilot is free. You have to you have a pro account, GitHub Pro account. You get access to a pro account for free for GitHub that provide you much more access than a free account. Similarly, there are some intro to web dev courses and a hackathon, and you get a type form like for surveys, etc. And the icons there for royalty free icons. You get a lot of royalty free icons. You get access to the data camp courses and data science and machine learning courses, and similarly, the mobile app development courses, front-end masters, and or a lot of other courses. You get access to the developer operations sources like browser stack and virtual event get StreamYard, much more. There are much more courses and etc. that they provided. GitHub Code Spaces is an amazing service that GitHub provides for students, developer stakeholders, that they could access the GitHub Code Spaces. Similarly, the Launchpad Intro to JavaScript courses, and these are some all the offers that GitHub provided. The JetBrains. Similarly, I am using their IntelliJ idea and PyCharm and Golang for my for my learnings. They provided the enterprise version of the JetBrains, and that is much amazing, like a free subscription for student to be renewed annually. Like they provided annually that they could renew this subscription for you guys. And similarly, the Namecheap, you get the domain name .me domain and 1 year SSL certificate for your portfolio projects or your portfolio basically. Similarly, you get to cloud services, cloud hosting services built for developers, and similarly Azure and name.com, you get that live domain name and a free SSL certificate. Similarly, .tech or domains, around 3 to 4 domains they provide. And similarly, the Heroku for deploying your apps and websites. Similarly, GitHub Pro version of GitHub while you are a student. Similarly, the front-end masters, you get 6 months free courses. I actually access the front-end masters courses, and they are amazing. And similarly, educative, I also access the educative courses. Similarly, DataCamp, we also collaborated with DataCamp, so they provide students with a free 3 months individual subscription, and GitLens and Azure and MongoDB, password, Bootstrap Studio, a free license for the Bootstrap Studio, and some other cloud services, and Scrimba, the courses to Scrimba. Also, the GitHub Campus Expert Program. You should have to have, like, the GitHub Campus, the GitHub to become a campus expert. You should have to, like, be a GitHub student developer pack holder. Similarly, you get access to the GitKraken client, like similar service. They provide similar service like GitHub. You get access to 1 month HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and Python in just uh, in just 30 days. Similarly, the GitHub Pages that allows you to host your portfolio on the GitHub Pages website, and similarly the Deep Source and Algo Expert, and you will be provided with the GitHub code spaces. Also, it is an amazing feature. You can build create a code space and start developing in a secure, configurable, and dedicated development environment, like in the at the cloud. And similarly, you get access to Stripe and some benefits of Stripe: NetWise, DeepNote, Icon Scout, and Go Rails. A lot of these, if we talk about one of them, so it will take a lot of time. But these are some of the services you can visit it themselves. The type form it is used for surveys. You get a free professional plan for for your surveys, etc. And similarly, you get access to GitHub desktop, and also some of the more, like the resources is a lot more, and they are regularly collaborating with different organizations to provide you guys with different resources and help that could help students in their learning journey, and some other stuff. And so you get these are all the resources that they provide. Similarly, if you want to apply, you can head over to the website education, as I already told, education.github.com/fake, and you could sign up for the student developer pack. If I signed up for the student developer pack, you can see that we have the student version, for qualified trainings, and similarly for the teachers version, both of them, the student version that you will get a free GitHub Enterprise for GitHub organizations, and for the eligibility, like if we say the get school benefits, we should click on that. I will also share the recording of this session with you guys, so don't worry about that. These are the eligibility criteria for the GitHub Student Developer Pack, which is only available for student aged 13 or older. I already guessed that most of my attendees are, above 13 years of age. So it is the student benefits. You get a free GitHub Pro account while you are a student. You get valuable partner offers for the GitHub Student Developer Pack and its collaboration. And similarly, when you apply for the GitHub Campus Experts Program, so you should have to be a student developer pack holder. Now, to qualify for these student benefits, you must have to have a GitHub account. I already told you guys, and you should be at least the 13 year of age and be currently enrolled in a degree or diploma granting course of study from a recognized institution. Similarly, you have to provide a demonstration or a documentation from your school or your university which demonstrate your student status before you begin this supported browser. And you should have to have the legal name as per your name. Your GitHub account should be named as your student student ID should be named same as your GitHub account. You should verify the email address on your GitHub account if your school provides one. Like in our case, in my university, the GitHub our university, they do not provide an email address. So what we can do is we can show them our school ID or our fee slip or the fee slip that we already submitted, so we could show them. But an email is much preferred. You could get access to the GitHub Student Developer Pack in a day if you applied. So you can secure your GitHub account with two-factor verification and also create a personalized GitHub profile. So in my case, my email is not, I do not have a school email. So if you have one, you can add an email address over here. You can go to this link and you can get access to the student mail. So yes, if I click on my email, now they ask me what is my university name. So what is the name of your school? You can add in the name of your school. As in my case, my university is University of Sawabi. So this already come over here. If you click if it is if some of you guys are from Abdul Wali Khan University. So yeah, so this is the Abdul Wali Khan University. So this is the University of Sawabi. Now we can go to the continue. But before continuing, you should have to allow your location as it allows for GitHub to verify your location, that where you belong. And you can, the GitHub could access your location, that where you belong to. Like I am in Sawabi right now. If I am applying for the University of Sawabi, so I should be near that area. University of Sawabi is there. So in my case, I guess the two-factor authentication is not done, but uh, I guess what we can do is I will be I have been doing the two-factor authentication to let you guys know. Just a few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Give a 2 to 3 minutes for me. So And meanwhile, if you guys have any questions regarding what we said, you can ask freely in the section, chat section, or you can raise your hand if you have any issues while accessing this GitHub Student Developer Pack. You guys can ask any question. Lucky is here with us. He would love to answer your questions. We have around like 30 people joined us. Hamza just asked a question that can I learn Android development with this with through the GitHub Student Developer Pack? So yes, the answer is yes. You can, Hamza, you can learn with the different resources provided by the GitHub Student Developer Pack that could help you with your journey. So yes, you can learn Android development. Just 2 to 3 minutes, I am like giving the two-factor authentication to the my GitHub account, so to help you guys with the uh, uh, with uh, with the verification and also like access. Ibrahim, I'm just like verifying the two-factor authentication on my account. So to process the application, you have to like be sure that your account should be a two-factor authentication. So I'm just doing that. In a few minutes, I will be, sharing my screen with you guys. And meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can ask freely. You can raise a hand, and Lucky and I should love to answer. I would love to answer your questions. Hamza, it depends upon the organization and its GitHub and the organization that GitHub is collaborating with. Like, you get access to the front end master's course for 6 months as they agreed between the collaboration between GitHub and that particular organization. Similarly, we would be provided with, like, 1 month subscription of 1 month, which is the web development courses and JavaScript and Python courses. So it depends upon the organization that GitHub is collaborating with. No, Muhammad, it is about also about the GitHub Campus Expert Program, but I just forgot to do the two-factor authentication. That's why, I couldn't it is the SMS authentication. I am doing the two-factor authentication. That's why it's taking so long. So in a few minutes, I will be like, back with my screen.
Uh, Hello, Dayal. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you perfectly.
All right. Maybe before your slide comes in, can I just continue from here before you join?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Before,
So I will get the two-factor authentication done till that. You can
all right,
freely share your screen.
perfect. All right. Hi, can you all see my screen? Daniel, can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Yeah, your screen is sharing with us.
Is it live? Can you see it?
Yeah, well, we can see it. I guess the thumbs up.
All right, all right, perfect, perfect. So, good evening, all from Nigeria. Uh, it's a privilege being here with you all. So, just a moment. So, just a quick one. My name is Lucky Joseph, and just like Daniel said, my name is Luke Joseph. And a little bit recap about me. I'm passionate. I'm the community guy. I'm passionate about leading community. I love traveling. I love singing, dancing, and lastly, I'm a GitHub Campus Expert. So, short story. Before I dive into the whole program, I will just love to share my story on how I got into the GitHub Campus Expert program to motivate you and yeah, to motivate you on not giving up your dream. I know some of you have been seeing the red hoodie all around and you love to be part of the program. So I feel like sharing my story will motivate you. So so first of all, I remember earlier when I was in my university, my first year, I heard about the GitHub Campus Expert program. So I I was trying to I did my first application, it got rejected. I did the second application, it got rejected. Then thirdly, I did the third application, it got rejected. It got accepted, sorry. So one thing about my story that I will love you to learn about is consistency. So even when I applied the first one, when I got rejected, I got demoralized. I felt like God, I'm not going to apply for this program again because I feel like uh, I'm not worth it. So I did the second application. So on the third application, I was on the verge of giving up in the program, but I will give kudos to my friend who's also a campus expert, Taiwo Rashid. So Taiwo Rashid told me that Loki, what if the last shot you are trying to give is your access to becoming a campus expert? So he encouraged me and asked me to apply again. And I applied and I got accepted. So one unique thing about the program is when you apply and got rejected, there's always a feedback on why you are rejected. So it is always wise for you to go back and check, okay, why was my application rejected? And you try to improve on it and yeah, you'll be good. So that in your next application, you can do better on your application. So that's all about my story. So let's push ahead into my slides about the program. So about the program. Now, what are campus experts? Campus experts are student leaders in institutions across the world that they are there to host tech events, to expose you to resources, to free resources, and to connect you, give you the opportunity to network and meet new people from different tech ecosystem. And just like I'm meeting you all here now, these are all the advantages of being part of community. And the GitHub Campus Expert, it gives you one of it. They are just student leaders. So when you are a student leader, you have the opportunity to lead student communities in your campuses. So this is just basically what the student leaders, the campus expert program is all about. And you receive by leading by being a student leader, you receive support from GitHub to host event workshops and hackathons in your campus. So now Now, you might be wondering, what are the benefits of being in this program? Now, being in this program, you have one of the most important benefits, it's growth. So, uh, Diane, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
All right, perfect. So, one of the important benefits is growth. So, yeah, the growth is not just limited to there are a lot of growth you have in being in this program, which having access to free technical resources like the GitHub Student Developer Pack is part of it, because acquiring the Student Developer Pack gives you access to limitless growth. What I mean now is there are a lot of success stories from the GitHub Student Developer Pack, because as a student, GitHub believes that you can't on your own pay for some of the resources online. So this is where the GitHub Student Developer Pack comes in here, and it helps you to grow. So yeah, so in the community, it helps you to connect with like-minded folks around the globe, not just limited to your community, and you get access to GitHub conferences and sections. So as a GitHub campus expert, there are some particular dedicated conferences for campus expert. So those conferences help to grow you, mold you to get the best of who you want to be in any particular tech stack you want to be as a person. So you have access to resources like the sponsorship to event. You get sponsorship from GitHub to host event. Then you get GitHub swags, and you get the student developer pack as a campus pack. So opportunities, you get opportunities as a campus pack. So you build valuable connections from across your boundary. You meet people. You get access to the almighty GitHub universe yearly. There's always a yearly slot for campus expert to attend the GitHub Universe in whichever country that is being hosted. So now you get access to contribute to the GitHub roadmaps. What that means is there is always an open space for you to learn in your own quota of contribution on how to improve the program. So next item on my list here. Now, you've heard about the benefit of the program. Now, you might be wondering, how do I become a campus expert? I'm sure a lot of us here want to know how they can become a campus expert. So now, these are the criteria you need to have in mind to, yeah, you need to meet all these criteria before you can think of applying to become a campus expert. Which the first in the list here, you need to be 18 years of age. You need to have a valid GitHub Student Developer Pack, and you need to be enrolled in a post-secondary institution. Now, and furthermore, you need to have more than 1 year before graduating, and then you need to be a user of GitHub for more than 6 months. So it means if you don't have a GitHub account before now, it means you'll have to wait for the next cohort to apply. Because your account needs to be up to 6 months before you can apply to become a GitHub Campus expert. So, and the last point here is one GitHub Campus expert per campus. So it means in your campus, you just need to have one student leader as a GitHub Campus expert. So if you meet all these criteria, now we forge into the next one. Then here's the program overview of the GitHub Campus Expert application. So the application is in three phases. There's the application phase where you fill out some forms which explain about your community and all that. Then when your application gets accepted, then there's the video round. Now the video round, you are asked you're asked to do some you'll be asked to answer some targeted question explaining your community, and you answer some particular question ranging from your community, yourself as a person, and how you can use the GitHub Campus Spark to impact your community. So, and after the video round, if you pass that phase, then you move down to the GitHub Campus Spark training. So there is a set of training for you. The set of training is in 6 phases. There's for community, and yeah, there are three. The aim of the training there is just to understand, to teach you to teach you as a person, as a campus expert. Then when you're done with the training, then you, as a person, you, as a campus expert, then when you're done with the training, you submit an assessment for each module to show if you truly understand the concept of the application of the training that you undergone as a campus expert. So after you're done with the training, then the next thing you receive, if your training gets matched, then you officially become a campus expert. Yeah. So now looking at the application question now, most people make a lot of mistakes during the application question. Now, what that means is any question you're answering in the GitHub Campus Expert, uh, there's a there's on yearly there's always a complaint that a lot of people don't get accepted into the program, but then it is basically because of the way applicants approach the questions. Now, most applicants don't give direct answer to questions. They have been, when they approach the questions, they see the questions, they approach it differently. Sometimes applicants give ambiguous answers to questions. So and that is one of the things that leads most of the time to application not getting accepted. So when you are trying to when you're trying to answer a question in the application form, you need to understand what the question requires from you as an applicant before you answer the question. You give a direct approach. Now, for example, the first question most of the time is introduction. So you're asked to briefly introduce yourself. Then when you introduce yourself, you add status about your community and how well you understand your community and what is your community, what does your community do. So you explain your community, and sometimes when you explain your community, you tell them about your role. It is always in the application phase. So you tell them your involvement in the community and your role in the community and how long your community has been existing. Now, the next question is it's mostly about community experience. Now, you share about your communities, like the kind of events that your community hosts, and you can share relevant links to those events. Now, if your community events are not visible online, you need to work on that, because then the links are very, very important. Because I know of few people that are guilty that most of the time after hosting events, we don't post it online. We don't have links to it. So bringing your community links online, it gives you a plus because you have the opportunity to share the links to all your community event in the application form, so that your reviewer can get access to review your community links, to check all you have been doing online and all that. Now, leadership, the third question, it's leadership, like your leadership experience. Now, in your community, you'll be asked to explain when you have taken a lead to solve a problem in your community. Like when you have taken a lead to solve a challenges, how, so they are just trying to understand if you have been able to identify a problem in your community and how you have been able to best approach that problem and solve it as a member of a community. So you should always tell the story very well. You hit the point. Don't give ambiguous answers. Make your answers direct. If you host events that are targeted on equipping students on how to manage their version control, how to use the version control like the GitHub, you explain that I did this. So if you are hosting an event that you taught people how to build website or how to build application, you tell them, okay, I hosted an event on how to build this using this language. You don't just say I took the lead to teach students how to build a website. Now, how to build a website, yes, but then using which tool, you need to explain this explicitly for them to understand your point very well. So now, how to ace your application. You've heard about some of the application questions. Now, how to ace it. Now, you tell, just like I've explained, you tell them about your community, share struggles, you explain it very well. So you need to have time to think. The next point is proper timing. Now, you don't just today you start your application for Campus Expat and you think you apply today. No, you take your time. You think about things that you need to put into your application. It's not a rush. It's not a sprint. You take it step by step, one step at a time. You can take a day to answer the one question today, and you go through it again over and over again. You read the question, you read your answers, you read the question. You do that again and again to ensure that you got it right before you move to the next question. Now, community experience, you need to show that you are passionate about community building. So your experience is very important. Your experience shows, it tells a lot about you. So you put your experience on the map here. So yeah, Daniel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. So just like the next point in there is teach. So just like I said, you need to show that you have done something, you have taught some people something. So relevant links will be needed in your application. So these are just the basic most important point on how to ease your application for the GCE program. Now, now there are some common mistakes that people make that the application gets rejected. So now, unformatting. So some people just don't provide concise point. I've mentioned that before. So, and some of the major problem. So, if you're stuck, like seeking help, when you're seeking help, you need to be very careful the kind of help you seek. Now, some of the time, people go online, and when seeking help, you go to YouTube, and when you see some examples there, you just integrate you replicate the same thing without having to just learn from it and apply it to your own community. Some people just go and you just use the same content you got from YouTube and you just write it down. So some of this will stop your application from getting accepted. So you need to take that note. So now avoid ChatGPT. It doesn't mean you can't use ChatGPT, but avoiding it means some people just go to ChatGPT, ask it questions for the Campus Expert program, and they just come down, copy it, and paste. So you know that your reviewers can just go through your application and just accept it. Most of the time, your reviewers too, I feel like they also use some tools to debug for AI to be sure that your application needs to be original. So make it authentic, make it organic. Don't use something out of your community. Make it organic, something that you know very well on your own. So avoid ChatGPT. You know the kind of help you seek. Be very careful with it, and you use good formatting. Don't use messy formatting for your application. Now, here are some of the information you need to know. So the selection is very low. We all know that it's not like the usual program. So understanding the nature of the program is also very important. And GitHub Campus Expert are not employees of GitHub Education. So if you're selected in the program, you can ask GitHub to support you, and GitHub would always be there to provide support for your community. So now, the GitHub community is just located in all over the world. And if you want to find any campus expert close to your location and close in your institution, if you want to know before you apply today, you want to know, oh, a campus expert is in my institution or not, or a campus expert is not visible in my institution, you just navigate to the GitHub Campus Expert uh, platform site, and you just search for it, and you search for your institution. If a campus expert is there, you see that. If it is not, then you can utilize all the information you got today to apply for the campus expert program. Now, are you ready to apply now? I guess some of you, most of us are ready to apply. So if you have any question and answer, I'm open to answer all your question and answers and give you answers to them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucky. If you guys have any questions, you guys can raise your hand, or you guys can ask in the chat. Otherwise, I will continue my GitHub Student Developer Pack, remaining application to you guys. Yeah, yeah, Zishan, I'm unmuting you. You are unmuted, Zishan. You can ask any question. Zishan, uh, assuming we are selecting the first phase, what should we record in video resume? Lucky, if you can please answer this question. Assuming we are selecting the first batch, should we record? They have a proper question for you, Zishan.
Okay, yeah,
Like you would answer that
okay, yeah,
himself.
exactly. So, if you're accepted in the first phase for the video, you'll be given specific question to answer. So the questions everything you need to say on the video will be sent via the mail you received. So GitHub they will tell you everything. They will tell you everything you need to say. So yeah, just the most important thing is to get accepted in the first phase, which is the most difficult stage. So when you get past the first stage, then the second stage you'll be good. You'll get it from there. Everything you need to say will be sent over the mail. Thank you.
So if you guys have any other question, Zishan, if you have some more questions, you can always ask. Yeah, yeah, Zishan, you can go on. You can ask. I have unmuted your mic, but you were not talking, so that's why I unmuted your mic. You can ask in the chat. Lucky, should I pursue
Okay, yeah, Zishan, I can't really say I can't really say that because I'm not a GitHub staff, but then from experience, I feel like the video ratio it's not as difficult as the first stage. So most of the time, the most difficult, the crux part of the application is just the first stage. So when you get accepted into the program, most people pass the video stage. So the video stage is not something difficult. It's very simple. You just explain. They just want to hear you. They just want to listen to you. They just want to connect with you. So yeah, the first stage is the most difficult stage. So the second stage and the third stage are very easy for you to continue. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Zishan.
So I guess we could, move on with the student developer pack. I guess it is around 20 to 30 minutes left. So this was our application last time. Sorry for the inconvenience. I didn't did the two-factor authentication of my GitHub account, so that's why. Now if we move to the continue button, can say that we need the student of do you have to prove your academic status, so they need some of if you didn't provide it your email, so you have to provide your student ID, and that student ID should need to have include a date that verifies your current enrollment. Now to make sure, you have to make sure that your image is clear, and you can take the live image or upload that image. Or if you don't have your student ID, maybe it is not present at that time, but you can use any other form of proof. If you don't have a student ID, you can always use a letterhead of your university or your school, or any documentation that with a date that to provide that that demonstrates your current enrollment. So to prove, you have to provide your academic status. Like, you could always submit your student ID. These are some of the proof types. Like, you should have a school ID. They've, ranked it, like every proof that you provide. Like, the student ID is good, and in fair category, we have the official or unofficial transcript, and similarly for the enrollment letter and school letterhead, and similarly the date is schedule, which is poor quality. Like, the GitHub campus expert, like, behind it, it is a bot. Like, it verifies your student ID card. So that bot, I already, like, you can see my screen. I applied for the GitHub Student Developer Pack. I got a fruit after around, 23 requests to the GitHub Student Developer Pack. And I I applied around from starting from June. I got rejected due to, like, I didn't know how to submit that student ID due to some inconvenience on our student ID card. Like, the validity date was written on the back side of our student ID card, and they kept asking me, like, the error was that, you have to provide like the valid student ID with the date on it on the front side. So I uh, I then I then uploaded that student ID card, on the front side. Like, I merged both of the student ID card, like the back side and the front side, in one page. So that helped me, like, proving my student academic status to from the University of Sawabi students. I would love to say that to you guys. Like, if you guys are applying for the student developer pack, especially for you guys, any other university, like, the validity date are on the back side, and your student, your university doesn't provide you an email. So in that case, you guys should have to, like, provide a student ID card. And for the state student ID card, if the validity date is written on the front side, so it is very easy for you guys to take a picture live from your camera or your mobile phone or your laptop. But if in case, if your the validity date is written on the back side of the student ID card, so what you guys can do is you can create a Photoshop file or a Canva file, and you can just take a scan of your student ID card, and like merge it both in, like, one together in one page, like, the front side and the back side. And then what you can do is you can open that ID card that you merged, the both the front side and the back side. And then you can take on your mobile phone, and you can take a live picture in the, like, just like, you can take a live picture. You can use a camera on your mobile phone, or you can use your laptop to prove your academic status. So what you can do is you can take out your mobile phone, you can head over to the website, the same website, this one, and you can prove your academic status by just taking a picture of your student ID card. So when you submit, and the GitHub approved, and it process your application, you can then process my application. And then the GitHub Student Developer Pack will be given to you. If you are proved as an academic, you are proved, and your academic status is proved to GitHub. So then they will allow you, to get access to the benefits and the GitHub Student Developer Pack. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask. If you guys have any questions regarding the GitHub Student Developer Pack, applying to it, availing the GitHub Student Developer Pack, applying for the GCE program. So Lucky is here with us, and I myself would love to answer your questions. No, 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 it is. Thank you for attending, Zishan. I guess lucky in many universities in Pakistan they do not allow the student developer pay like the student email. So what we guys do is I just explain them to that to them to get a picture both scans of the front side and the back side of your student ID card, as most of the time the student ID card doesn't work and it has some errors with the GitHub at the board in the GitHub Student Developer Pack application. So what they guys can do is that they can merge the Canva it on Canva, and then they can take a picture from their phone, or they can take a live picture from their desktop. So that will help them to uh, to to get access to the GitHub Student Developer Pack. I am also sharing the GitHub Student Developer Pack link for you guys. Zishan is asking, what if my university is a sub campus from the main campus, hence we don't? So in this case, you can do is Zishan, you can always use your student ID card. It doesn't matter. Or if you can do is what you can do is you can if you are from UET Lahore new campus, so what you can do is you can reach out to your UET Lahore. If they provide you with an email address, it is good enough. But if we uh, but if they do not provide, so then you can use your student ID. How will we get a LinkedIn Premium? So, Borhan, it is that when the event is ended, we will do do a giveaway in which if you get a chance, you will get the LinkedIn Premium. Otherwise, uh, it will be allotted to someone else. Yes, Munif, your mic is unmuted.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you. Can you please give do we need to have some technical skills for the campus expert program, and what are the jobs, like what do they specifically do, uh,
Yeah,
our
yeah, sure,
campus
sure, sure,
expert?
sure, 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 sure. Lucky would answer that much better than me, as he's a campus expert himself. Lucky, if you can please answer this question.
All right. Yeah. So Munip, you don't have to have technical skills before you become a campus expert. So you just need to show that you are passionate about your experience and you're passionate about building community. That is just all that is needed. You don't need to even have open source. You don't need to have too much experience contributing on GitHub. You just need to be passionate about community. With that, you are good to go to apply for the Campus Spark program.
And can you please tell how is being a campus expert like really extensive job, or like something, like will I be able to carry on to me? I think will I be able to uh, keep up with my studies and all that?
Yeah, okay. So, being a campus expert, you are not a staff of GitHub. You're just there to build communities and you're there to build and support communities. So when you're a campus expert, you can continue with your studies. You must not, it's not a must for you to keep holding events. You just continue what you're doing as a student. So you're not a staff when you're a campus expert. You just continue your school as a student, so you're not a staff. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome.
Some more questions if you guys have. Yeah, Munib, it is quite managing. Like you could easily manage your school plus communities. I am already managing mine, so It is easy. You don't have to, do a lot of work and do a lot of stuff. You just focus on your academics plus, working in the communities.
Okay. And like, do we have to post some events? Like, is it
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah, yeah.
must?
For the GitHub Campus Expert program, it is quite, challenging. I already rejected. I got rejected for the first time, but you can always reapply. And Lucky already provided his GitHub Campus Expert Student Developer Pack, so it could easily, verify you as a student as GitHub as he's pasting his link from his GitHub Campus Expert program. So what you can do is, Munif, like you asked about what is the experience level for the GitHub Campus Expert program. It is quite challenging. Like the criteria is around less than 1%. So in Pakistan last year, I guess only one GC was selected, which is Hassan Yousafzai. So you could tell like Hassan is quite active in community building. He served as a GDSC lead for the Fast Peshawar campus. So you could guess that what is the eligibility criteria, but you can always reapply. And the for the best time is you can always apply for the Microsoft Launch Student Ambassador program, as it is quite easier nowadays. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah, so you can apply to GDSC and some other programs as well. The AWS Cloud Lab is currently open. Application is around like 23. So you can always apply to the different student ambassador programs, and then if you get some experience and organizing events and community building, so then you can always reapply for the GitHub Campus Expert program.
Okay. Uh, do we need to have some experience for the MLSA and AWS
No, no, no,
Cloud
no.
Expert?
I myself applied with some little experience from ambassador programs, and I got accepted. You just have to show your enthusiasm. So
Okay.
that's why.
Thank you.
For the first person was in Pakistan, I guess it was I guess it was Rashid was on at that time. Arsalan Khatak and some other stuffs like some other persons as well are the GCs currently they are leading, and they already did an event known as GitHub Field Day in Pakistan. So there are around up to 7 to 8 campus experts in Pakistan, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I was checking, and there was like uh, 9 experts, GitHub Campus Experts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Inshallah, in this cohort, we will have a lot more.
Inshallah.
Assuming we are GC, is it necessary to help big sessions? We can carry with little class session. Yeah, yeah, you can always carry small session. Like Zishan, if you are accepted, you could always present some events in some events, and you can already always like work around Git and GitHub and community building in your region. Similarly, you asked another question that also on each event or session should we provide food to them. Yeah, yeah, you can always take pictures, and like for this event we would like take screenshots and then present it to the MLSA program. So it is necessary and it is quite easy. You can always just give them some screenshots and some other stuff. Some more questions if yes you guys have. Munif, your hand is raised. If you have some more questions, you can always ask.
I raised it earlier. Sorry.
No, no issues, no issue.
Okay, so let me take this one. Zishan, this works we get. You mean do you get this works after the selection? Yeah. So when you get accepted into the program, most of the time, so there's a common mistake by some GCEs. When you get accepted into the program, you just go and you fill the onboarding form. So some people don't fill the onboarding form when they get selected. They go and take the training first. So after taking the training before filling the onboarding form. So whichever way it is, the best way is to fill the onboarding form after you get accepted into the program. That's before you submit that's before the video round. So you just fill the onboarding form and your swags will get shifted. Even before you are officially a campus expert, your swags is already shifted. So yeah, you get it when you get accepted into the program.
Excuse me.
Munib, yes, you can ask
Yes,
questions.
I had another question. Is do we need to be contributing on GitHub regularly to get accepted, or there is some criteria to contribute?
Yeah. Munib, yes,
Okay,
if you yeah, you like you can go on. You can ask this question better than me.
all right, perfect. So you don't necessarily have to be proficient with GitHub. You just need to show that you are a community guy. You just need to show them that you are this community guy, that you can take care of communities and you're passionate about communities. So technical experience are not really necessary, but then it's not bad if you have it, but it's not a criterion for selection or for applying to the program. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Guys, do
Okay.
share your LinkedIn. Do share your LinkedIn, guys.
The,
Yeah, like you can go on.
the Dayal Laiba had asked a question, I think, about the authentication you were doing the other time. Can you explain it to her?
Yeah.
Can
You
you see
can
her
share if
question?
you can reshare the question, I guess. If live, you can raise your hand if you have some questions. This is my LinkedIn, and assuming we select in first two pages, it means we are pushing. Yeah, Zishan, the main step is the first one, and it is always the hard one. So you got to, you got to be successful. You have to, get to the first page, and that is the most hard one. More questions, if possible. Laiba, can you please ask the question again, Laiba? What do you feel? Yes, you can ask the question, or you can raise your hand, and we could open your mic. You could raise your hand, if possible, Laiba. Yeah, Laiba Mukhtar. Your mic is unmute. You can ask any question, Laiba. Hello, Laiba.
Okay, can you help Laiba turn on her mic? Turn on the mic.
Yeah, I've turned on her mic. I guess you have some issues with your mic, Laiba. So you can ask the question in the chat. We have around like 7 minutes left. So if you guys have any question, you can ask in this 7 question. Otherwise, you can always reach out to me and Lucky also. And if you need any help with your application and reviewing, you want to review it, so you can always send to Lucky. He would love to help you out with the application. Some more questions if possible. Asking for billing, Laiba? What kind of billing? If you can, uh, send a it would be a two-factor authentication for your developer account, I guess. It should not be a billing authentication. It is a two-factor authentication. It has the same issue as I had. Yeah, I'm pasting my LinkedIn account, so don't worry. It is Lucky's GitHub account, sorry, LinkedIn account, and this is mine. For billing, you just need to provide. Yeah, you can always, provide that. I will be using GitHub for collaboration, code collaboration, or some contributing to some open source projects. Some more questions. Naiba, your mic is on, I guess. You can always ask a question. Fima, you should have to, sign up for the GitHub GitHub account, and then you should apply for the GitHub Student Developer Pack. You can, sign up with your Gmail account, and then when your GitHub account is created, yeah, you can always, use your student ID card. As our university, they do not provide any email, so I guess you have to use your student card. We have around 3 minutes left. If you guys have any questions, you can always ask. Two-factor authentication is like Liba, you have to provide, like if you are using Google Authenticator, so you should be able to provide a setup key. Or if you are using a Microsoft Authenticator, so you can always scan this QR code, and then you should get your two-factor authentication done. Microsoft Authenticator is used in this case if you are authenticating your account. We will be providing you the certificate. Don't worry, Burhan. And for the LinkedIn voucher, it should be It should be a lucky draw. If you get an access, if your name is on the list, so you will get the LinkedIn Premium. Otherwise, it will be allotted to someone else. If you guys have any issues, you can always reach out to us on LinkedIn. Lucky and me also. We would love to help you out. You should be we should be providing you the email. We will be putting you on the list, on the lucky draw. The ones who are attending the session and the ones who left the session, like they're always on the list. So you will be having a lucky draw, and then we will be providing you with the LinkedIn premiums if it's possible for, like if your name is on the winning list. We will be around, helping you out with the LinkedIn premium. So I guess we have 1 minute left. So thank you so much, Lucky, for being here and helping the students over here, and the collaboration between our chapters. Thank you so much.
Dayal, you're welcome. It's a privilege to be here with you all. So yeah,
Thank you
I
so
am
much.
looking forward to more collaboration between us in the future. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, Rishian, love from Nigeria here. Yeah, I will see you around some other time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I guess this is the end of the session. Thank you so much for joining these sessions, and uh, we will be having some more session for the MLSA Microsoft Launch Student Ambassadors chapter of University of Swabi chapter. So thank you so much, guys, for attending this session, and we would have some more session and some more collaboration with some other universities. Thank you so much for being here. And if you guys have any questions, any queries regarding the GitHub Student Developer Pack and GitHub Campus Experts Program, so you can always reach out to me and Lucky. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Saad. Thank you, Zishan. Thank you for joining. We will be having the end of our call. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and thank you so much at the end, Lucky, for the collaboration and for being here with us. Thank you, Sofyan. Thank you.